Hi everyone, welcome to Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica and I'm doing September mid-monthlies. So this is just looking at the rest of September from wherever, whenever it is that you're watching the video. And be sure to watch the September monthlies. I almost said watch out, and I'm on Pisces. So this will be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. I'm using the Tarot of the Dream Enchantress for the main spread and my secret tarot mini deck, mini deck to clarify, because I thought they go well together. Okay, what do you need to watch out for? I saw the Ten of Cups flip over. Let's just jump in here. Remember to watch your sun, your moon, your rising. The special will be running for the rest of September, and then it'll be gone. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And thank you all for the support. Okay, I think we've covered everything. What's going on for Pisces for the rest of September 2021? Angels and guides, show me. What's going on? The Empress. The Empress with the Ten of Cups can talk about new relationships, rather renewed relationship, can also talk about pregnancies, starting a family, expanding the family. Maybe that's what you need to watch out for if that's not something that you want. Let's see. What's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs for the rest of September 2021? Okay. Two of Cups, Ten of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Devil in the Foundation, Two of Pentacles in the past, Five of Pentacles in your future, the Nine of Swords in how you see yourself, the Tower in your environment, the Page of Wands in hopes and fears, and the Knight of Pentacles in the outcome. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. So with the Moon, it could be dealing with Cancer energy, Sun, Rising, or Venus. There's some confusion. There's confusion around a decision, around a partnership. And remember, guys, I'm reading the energy, so take it as it makes sense to you. If it makes sense in your work situation, if it makes sense in your love situation, because not everyone's dealing with the same thing, right? But there's confusion around a decision regarding a partnership. Why? Because there's history there, because the Ten of Wands is our challenge. And with the Ten of Wands, it's interesting. I was just reading about the Ten of Wands the other day, and this interpretation was that I was reading was, you've reached the furthest point you can with the situation. Beyond this point, there's nothing new that will happen, right? Or there's no more growth that will happen. That's it. You've reached the what is it? Plateau, right? It's gone as far as it can in terms of producing results. And that's what I see here. And we have the Devil in the Foundation. There's something toxic about this, or it's happened so many times to the point that it's toxic now. There can be an element of obsession here. It's just not balanced. It makes you feel stuck. It makes you feel like you're powerless. It makes you feel like you have no choice. Or if you were to go into this partnership, you would feel like you have no choice because, again, you've been through it before. I don't know if it's with the same person or in the same situation or a similar, like, different person, same situation type thing. But there's a pattern there that is unhealthy, and that is what this partnership triggers for you. And there's confusion, Three of Wands under the Moon, of, do I move away from this? Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles under that. So another 10. I feel like you have the chance to break a pattern, Pisces. And we've been saying this for a while, haven't we? It showed up in the reading a bunch of times. And Mercury is going retrograde. We are in shadow period already at the time when I'm filming this video. I think the retrograde is in the last week of the month, starts the last week of the month, but don't quote me on that. Check with your favorite astrologer. But there's a pattern here regarding self-worth and the balance of give and take. In other words, you find yourself in situations, or you have been finding yourself in situations where you give more than you receive, or things are taken from you and you feel like you have no choice but to give, whether someone's pressuring you, guilting you, I don't know, right? Or you're like, I'll be okay, I'll help you out because I can, don't worry about me, I'll be okay. That's not healthy, Pisces. Okay, that's not healthy. There has to be a balance. What you do for others versus what you do for yourself. How you view others versus how you view yourself. Do you put others above yourself? And if so, why? Right, there's a deeper thing going on there that you need to figure out, get to the bottom of in order to break this pattern. Okay, because there's been back and forth about this in the past with the Two of Pentacles. You may have tried to move on from the situation and it's not coming together the way you would hope. There's an offer. This is the Two of Cups in your current situation. So if this isn't something that has happened already, it will happen very, very soon, like within days, where there's a conversation. There's two twos here from the past to the present. There's a conversation that gives you pause and makes you start to consider things, right? It gives you an option that you didn't think you had. Should I do this or should I not do this? And actually, guys, I have a should I or shouldn't I reading on the channel, so you might want to check that out. Maybe you find some insight there as well. But yeah, there's someone's reaching out with a proposition, and it's not big and bold and bright. It's subtle. It's, you know, reaching out to see how you are, but there's an openness there. Maybe they're asking you out for a coffee, or to catch up, or you know what I mean, like it starts off with a bit of a friendly energy to it, as well as a bit of deeper emotion there as well. And that kind of throws you into a spin. Why? Because you start to think about all the history you have with this person, or with this situation, or this type of situation, and you're like, I thought I was done with that, I thought it was done, I thought it was over, but there's still something there, because it still sparks something in you with the Devil at the foundation. It still attracts you, right? That's what the Devil is. It still tempts you. Crowning you, we have the Six of Pentacles, and you're like, but I've learned so much. I've learned a lot about what is fair and what is balanced, and I've learned to make sure that things are fair to me as well, not just everyone else around me. So I wonder how that's going to play out in this situation, because in the past the situation was so one-sided and so unbalanced that I'm not willing to accept that anymore. But then there's the what if is different this time, right? Because I don't know what this person's telling you. In the near future, we have the Five of Pentacles. I don't know if someone is just not communicating back, right? Not responding to texts or calls or whatever. Because there's a feeling of rejection here. There's a feeling of someone's waiting to see what's going to happen, because they're feeling a little bit left out of the loop, because they're like, I don't know what's happening. I haven't heard from them. I haven't seen them. I don't know what's going on. There's also, it could be a flat out rejection. It could be where you meet this person and you say no, or you don't have to meet them, you just say no. There's a rejection here though. Why? Because in the past the situation was completely unfair, and you don't really have a lot of faith in it currently, because you think it's gone as far as it can go. In other words, you think this person can't change, or the situation can't change. It will always be the same. And you're not having it, right? You've learned about, again, balance and fairness. And this situation was not it, and in your eyes, it is not it, and it cannot be it, right? So I feel like there's a rejection there. Nine of Swords, then you're like, oh my God, did I do the right thing in saying no, or ghosting this person, or just not responding? And it plays on your head. It really does. Why? Because what's in line with the Nine of Swords? The Devil. There's an attraction there. There's a temptation there. However, you have learned that you do have a choice in what you give, how much of it you give, when you give. You have a choice. You're the giver. You have the choice. So I feel like all of that is kind of playing out in your head. You're starting to go through scenarios. It's almost like you're playing devil's advocate for this person with yourself, right? What if this time it's different? And then you're coming in to say, your higher self almost is coming in to say, but what have you learned from that? Like, the definition of madness is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. You know what I mean? There's got to be a point where you draw the line. It looks like you're drawing the line, Pisces, and saying, no, that's it. And then it's just a case of almost like coming to grips, coming to terms with, I know I did the right thing. I just need to quiet this, whatever this part of me was that is still attracted to this. I need to talk to that part of myself, not reject it, not ignore it, because that's not how you break a pattern. That's just how you avoid it, and it just keeps popping up in your life. But you're like, I need to talk to myself, face my demons, right? And figure out why I'm still drawn to that. But I feel like in the meantime, you're rejecting the situation or the proposition, whatever it is. And then it's a case of, it's not about you. I need to figure this out for myself. I don't care about this. Okay, it's done. This is done. Bringing it back to myself. In your environment, we have the Tower. So there's something surprising that happens, right? Something completely unexpected, completely out of the blue. And this is the breaking of the pattern. I feel like you go to sleep in the Nine of Swords energy. Did I do the right thing? What if this and what if that? But what if this and what if that? What if it's a good thing now and I'm not seeing it? What if this? What if blah, blah, blah. That's how you go to sleep. You wake up the next morning and it's like a brand new day. And it's a brand new situation and it's a brand new you, and you feel completely free from this pattern. Because you sat down with yourself and you asked yourself some tough questions. And you came to the conclusion that, you know what, regardless of what this is that attracts me, regardless of the reason why it's tempting to me, I know in my mind and in my heart, it's both, right? Saying the same thing, that I'm doing the right thing and walking away because this situation isn't fair, and there's only so many chances you can give something and so many times you can hope. And you're drawing the line. And you're breaking that pattern. Oh, this is great. Because I feel like for some of you here, generational. For some of you, this is something that's been going on for generations, right? Whether it's a pattern of codependency or a pattern of narcissist versus empath, or it's a pattern, you know what I mean? In your hopes and fears, we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands, for some of you, the fear is that this person is not going to go away and they're still going to try to keep messaging you. But you can block them, right? You can block, delete, whatever. The hope is for something new. That's what the Page of Wands is. Something new. A new person, a new place, a new job, a new way of doing things, a new experience. You're ready to get back out there into the world, and not only that, but to try new things. And in the outcome, we do have the Knight of Pentacles. Nice and easy wins the race. I feel like you're on a new path now that is stable. Whatever this was that was destabilizing you at some point in your life, I do feel like you're conquering it. It's the best way I can put it. And this is starting to, I feel like if you've been stuck, if you've been feeling stuck, stagnant, I don't know what it is, I can't put my finger on it. I keep trying to move things along and it just doesn't happen. I struggle with my motivation. I struggle with my energy. I don't know what it is. This is what it is, right? And by addressing it, by having the conversation with that person, or it's just the conversation with yourself, by addressing it, sitting down with yourself, listening to what your brain has to say, listening to what your heart has to say, asking the tough questions of why is this still tempting to me? And then coming to the conclusion, I will do what is fair. I will put everything else aside. I will not be ruled only by my brain. I will not be ruled only by my heart. I'll blend the two. I've heard both, and I'm making a decision. I will do what is fair, because I love myself and I respect myself. Okay? That's awesome. That is awesome. Let's look at the clarifiers. Oh, these cards are so tiny. But I think they go very well with this deck, the imagery. So let's see. Angels and guides, please clarify the energies that Pisces is dealing with in the month of 5 of Pentacles again. Let's see if it pops up in the reading. Yeah, I feel like you're rejecting someone. You're rejecting an offer. You're rejecting a person. You're rejecting a proposition. Why? Because there's too much history with that person, with that situation, with that type of situation. And you've reached the point where even you are saying, there's only so many times I can do this. Like, seriously. You know what I mean? So let's see. What is this 2 of Cups in the current situation? We have the Empress, and we saw the Empress as I was shuffling. And this card wants to pop out and be seen. And the 10 of Wands. Again, another 10 of Wands. Oh man. Yeah, 10 of Wands clarifying the 10 of Wands. The 2 of Cups clarified by the Empress. It's a matter of love, or it's a matter of your prosperity and your stability, okay? Take it as it makes sense to you. But whatever this is, it's become a burden that at one point you felt like you had no choice but to carry. You couldn't let it go. However, crowning you, how you view things, how you interpret things, how you perceive and communicate, you're making choices. You're making different choices. I feel like you're ready for something new in your life. What's this 2 of Pentacles in the past? Yeah, the Ace of Swords, some sort of communication. Hey, how are you? Hey, I was thinking about this and that or the other. What if this and what if that? I was wondering if we could do this, we could do that maybe. What do you think? The Devil in the Foundation. The 8 of Wands. For some of you, it's physical, right? There's just a physical pull to this person that's difficult to fight. Not impossible, mind. For others of you, this is feeling overwhelmed. It's happening too fast. I need time to think. Moon card there as well. I need time to think. I feel like that's also a tactic of this person. This could be love bombing. This could be, because we also have the Empress there, right? With the 2 of Cups, they just throw everything at you but the kitchen sink, so that you feel like you just have to go with it, right? It's so amazing. It's so beautiful, right? I don't have time to think about it. It's what I feel, right? And that's a tactic. That's a control tactic. For them to get you to say what they want you to say. Does that make sense? 6 of Pentacles crowning you. The Knight of Swords. Yep. You're like, nope. Stop right there. Slow it down. Let's talk about some things. Because you have clarity about yourself, about the situation, about a bunch of other things. This is what I'm getting with the Knight of Swords. It's almost like I'm ready to fight. So if this person pushes you and you're asking for them to respect you and they don't do it, like, you know, that means I need time to think about it. That's you setting a boundary. That is a healthy boundary. I need time to think about it, right? It's my decision, so let me figure it out. And if they push that, you're ready to fight. You're ready to say, you know, give them a piece of your mind. Because you're like, this is not fair. This is not fair. The 5 of Pentacles in the near future. This came out. The 7 of Cups. And I want to pull 2 more. the Star, Aquarius energy. But again, like wish upon a star, but also dazzle. I hear dazzle. And the Five of Cups again. Again, no, Pentacles. We have Five of Cups. Someone's talking to you about healing something, but it's Cups. And it's emotion, it's feelings, beautiful. But it's not very well thought out. It's not something that is grounded in reality, right? It's how I feel and I want to go with it. And they're trying to make you do the same thing. And you're coming from a more rational standpoint. You're like, no. I don't care how I feel about the situation. I know how I feel about it, but I'm going to put that aside right now. I don't make my decisions only based on emotion anymore, or just being in the moment, right? And that's where they're feeling the rejection. And they're like, oh my God, I did this before and it worked. I dazzled you before and it worked. Why is it not working now? Nine of Swords, representing you. Page of Swords, yeah. You're running scenarios in your mind. Did I do the right thing? What if this and what if that? But with the Page of Swords, this is where you see the truth. This is where you speak the truth to yourself or someone else. And this is where, like I say, you're sitting with yourself and you're asking yourself some tough questions. But then the truth is the truth. And once you see the truth, you can't pretend you don't know it, right? So the scenarios that you were running in your head before, they made you feel like, oh no, I feel like I'm not doing the right thing. And you were running back to the situation, right? Maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe I'm not seeing things clearly. Maybe, but it's a time where you were making excuses for the other person, or making excuses for the situation to play out the way it did, despite the fact that it wasn't fair to you. Does that make sense? Whereas now, you're asking the questions, you're getting those excuses, you're seeing them, but you're comparing them against the truth. And you can kind of break those excuses down. That's just not true. That's just not what it is. That's just not the fact of the matter. Right? And that's how you break it down with the Tower in your environment. Yeah, Six of Swords. Departure. You're leaving it behind. Five of Wands, yeah. Leaving it behind, leaving conflict behind. With that Five of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. You want something stable in the long term, and you've come to the conclusion that this is not it. This is also where, if you're dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in particular, it doesn't have to be, because we also have Capricorn in the foundation there. But this is where I feel like in your environment, you're feeling, oh, okay, I'm done, I'm moving on. This person might try to reach out to you, because there's added pressure, there's added conflict, right? To say, you're doing the wrong thing. I have so much to offer you. I'm different. I've changed. You know what I mean? But again, once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. You can't make excuses. You can't, you know what I mean? Page of Wands in Hopes and Fears, 2 cards. Ten of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. You want something different, something new. You know that your happily ever after is not with this person or situation. And you're hoping to get yourself in the situation leading to your Ten of Cups. The fear, I feel like this person will continue to talk to you if you let them. So my advice to you, if this makes sense to you and you want to move on, block this person, delete this person, do not give them attention, do not give them another chance to talk to you, because they'll start saying, once again, dazzling you, right? All the right things, and they'll seem genuine, and but it's not, you know what I mean? The situation is what it is. The Ten of Wands, clarified by the Ten of Wands, it's gone as far as it can. Beyond this point, it will be a detriment to you. Nothing new can come of it. The Knight of Pentacles in the outcome, the Death card. Yep, you know this. Ace of Cups, rejecting someone's offer. Nine of Swords. You're still doubting yourself. You're still questioning yourself. But with the Three of Wands, we have the Three of Wands under the moon as well. I feel like you're, yeah, and the Devil there again. You're dealing with a very, very karmic cycle, and the feeling that I'm getting is you see the truth of the situation. You feel more empowered when it comes to it. You're powering through your own doubts. You're powering through whatever voices in your head are telling you, but what if this and what if that? You're powering through and saying, no, enough is enough. I'm done. I don't care if it can be different. I don't care. I don't want it anymore. Too much has happened for me to fully, even if I wanted to trust this person or this situation, I can't. Like, it just, too much has happened. You know what I mean? So I feel, Pisces, you're rejecting the offer of the past, and you're focusing on the future with that Three of Wands. And that's a beautiful thing. If this is going on to do with work, to do with money, again, take it as it makes sense. But you've been dealing with a bully, you've been dealing with a control freak, you've been dealing with someone who just works you to the bone, takes credit for your work, takes you for granted. You've been in two minds about either asking them to treat you fairly. You might have done it before and it didn't go well. You've been in two minds about severing ties with this and starting to look for other jobs. And again, as soon as they see that you're detaching and you want to move on, they'll start throwing promises at you. Seven of Cups. It's promises. It's empty promises. Not only is it like empty promises, right? It's not even coming from a place of, I'll promise this and I hope I can deliver. They know they're not going to deliver. They're just saying things because they know what to say to keep you there. But I do feel like you're walking away from that. In your environment, in that case, there's more than one option coming through. One that's really, really solid financially, in terms of career progression. It comes out of the blue. It's something you might have to travel for, or it's something to do with travel, or automotive industry is also what I get. Or just being on the move a lot, or a lot of online work, like in this day and age, right? And you're going for the new. You're going for the new. And again, the past is trying to keep you from going, but again, they're just giving you cups. It's just cups. It's just wishful thinking, right? It's not grounded in reality. And I'm not saying this person is because you're dealing with different people, right? For some, this is someone who knows exactly what they're doing. They know they're lying through their teeth. They know they're manipulating you, or at least trying to. It's a game to them. It's a control tactic. For others of you, you're dealing with someone who is pretty much kind of getting lost in the moment, and it's like, I'm hoping for the best. But then if you ask them the tough questions, how do you plan to deliver that? How do you plan to keep your promise on that? What's your strategy there? Again, the plan, the Knight of Pentacles. It kind of falls apart because they're like, oh, I haven't thought that far. And you're like, okay, so so what are you doing here? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, but this is gorgeous. Pisces, you're going to have to let me know how this applies and how this makes sense to you. If it does, I hope it does, because it's gorgeous. It's not easy to break this kind of pattern. Again, like I told you, I hear generational. It's definitely karmic, right? It's not easy to break this type of pattern, but it looks like you're doing it, Pisces. So keep powering through is what I can say. Okay. So I'll leave it there. Watch all your signs Have a great rest of the month, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.